Welcome back.
to the 7th episode of the
Heal Hot Girl Podcast.
Welcome back. We're so excited. I
This-
can't believe it's week number 7.
and yeah, it's crazy.
This is
And
crazy.
this week we have 2 special guests. Surprise,
Hey.
surprise. On our
Hey.
7th episode. Who wants to introduce them?
I think they should introduce themselves.
Agreed.
OJ?
You already
Lau?
know what it is, man. Pink Rose, think OJ. I'm here with my girls, my family. Heal Hot Girl. You already know drum work, music, everything for weeds.
Yes, let us know where the people can follow you.
Think OJ.
Okay.
So, you know what I mean? Anywhere it's the Pink Rose, just think OJ.
Absolutely.
Lindsey Lau, Lindsey Taylor, Crown ENT Lindsey, all of the above.
He does all the things.
He definitely
There's
does
the
all
list.
the things.
The list goes on and on for sure. So we're super excited to have them here with us today. They are longtime friends. I was like thinking, should we go into like how we all know each other? But I don't even know how we all know each other. Like I don't even remember how me and you even actually originally met.
Kiana?
Oh, we back on Cedar Road.
Mm-hmm.
So what was that? 2015?
20, shit. That was,
20?
hell no, bro. That's what? 2015?
I was gonna say college.
2015?
Hey, don't put the
It was
concept.
way before college. What are you talking about? We was in high school.
Yeah, so like what year is what I'm saying?
2015 we was in high school?
I said 15 to 20 years. Like that's
Oh,
what I'm saying.
I thought you said 2015, boss. I thought you
That
said,
would be
yo.
crazy.
I was about to say, yo, yeah, nah.
No, but
Right.
yeah, 2015. No, not 2015.
Nah,
15
about
to 20
yeah,
years.
15
Like
to
we were
20.
probably
Facts.
14, 15. And same with
Yup.
Lau.
Yeah,
I met Lau at
very interesting story. We'll leave it there.
we were at a career day in 11th grade
Oh my God.
at the convention center.
It was at the convention center. It was
Yeah.
at the convention center. I think we were going. Were you there? Or the City Buffalo gang?
I don't think they would.
Nah, I
They
think
didn't.
it's any other.
Yeah.
So this is for the
The
suburban
suburban
schools.
schools.
This is for the suburban schools. So I'm coming down the elevator. LB going up the elevator. Hill Hot Boy days. And, you know what I'm saying? So matter of fact, it's me and my boy Eddie Green. We coming down the escalator. I don't know who you was with.
I was probably just some people from my class. Like we were with our schoolmates. So it must have been some
It was a
people.
bunch of people from
yeah.
Cleveland. Everybody got the conversating, and then from there,
We would. I feel like we would see each other randomly. Like
it would be
pop
random.
up.
It would be random because like we pull up to we was definitely Hill Hot Boy Day. We was definitely pulling up to Cleveland.
Yeah.
House parties like Brad and them was DJing, and they used to have the house parties over there. I remember that was actually I met Ryan. Didn't Ryan used to have a truck back in the day? It was like a. Did she have a truck?
No, but I think her mom did.
I think her mom had a truck, and it was a house party.
Yeah.
And I remember we ended up jumping in the back of her truck to get away from the house party. And that's how we met Ryan, and then just took off from there.
And then we went to Bell State together. I
And
feel
then we
like,
went to
I
Bell
feel like that's really when it like cultivated because Lindsey didn't love being in his room, so he would always come sleep in our room.
Yeah, it was her, Ronnie. Yeah, because my room. I don't think it's a viewer. I don't think it's a
Hopefully,
viewer.
he's. I don't remember
I don't
who
think
it
it's a
was
viewer.
now.
But so yeah, so this is imported projects.
Yeah.
Buff State was definitely
2006.
there was none of this Buff State that they got now. They got the luxury Buff State.
We were in the trenches.
We was in the trenches. We had 3 roommates to a room.
Yes, triples.
Bunk bed at that.
Bunk bed and
at
then a
that.
single bed.
We had a bunk bed at that, and then a single bed. So I'm on the top of the bunk bed. Definitely wasn't taking a little bunk bed, but yeah, it got real interesting in there. You know, boys wasn't on top of their hygiene.
Yo,
Yeah, it was crazy. Boys wasn't on top of their hygiene.
Lau would be like,
you
"LB, I'm
bringing
coming
people
up."
through, and it wasn't a good situation. So I'm like, you know what? I got people in the building. I'm just and I ended up getting switched out of Portland going to Perry anyway. But
That was like the first semester. I feel like that was like
matter of fact, I
first
didn't even last the
semester.
first semester. It was like a couple weeks in. I ended up running into this dude, my boy Bobby. Man, he showed me how to cheat on college tests.
What?
Yo, it's crazy.
that's crazy.
Yeah. So
Like
it was-
multiple choice tests?
yeah, he was. What's the movie Leonardo DiCaprio? Catch Me If You Can. He was crazy with it.
Oh no.
He was crazy with it. Yeah. So I was happened to be in Perry's. A bunch of people like Kashin and all was
I
in Perry.
remember. I was jealous.
And then like I
of
happened to
that
be walking down the
movie.
hallway and I looked at him like, yo, you ain't got a roommate? He was like, nah, I don't even be in here. We put the paperwork in. He was never in the room.
That's perfect.
Yeah, so it was like that.
Yeah,
Finessing early.
Finessed, yeah, definitely finessed it.
for sure.
Well, we're super excited to have you both on the pod, to be honest. We have been kind of like speaking about whether or not we wanted to have guests on the pod, and so I'm really happy that it happens to be you two.
Who better than us?
Who better? Who better?
The first. But we're really excited really to get to know you guys on a deeper level. I think the wonderful thing about our podcast is that you guys are involved in so much.
I can't
What
stop
is
looking
with
at
Lau? Why you keep looking at me?
I'm sorry,
bro?
y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. This
It's
is
okay, you're nervous. The hot
brother banner.
boys,
It's brother banner. We
Facts.
do this all the time.
the hot boys should be nervous, but no, you shouldn't. This is really a space of just honest conversation, and so we're gonna touch on a bunch of things: personal relationships, business, your faith, and so yes, welcome to our pod. We're gonna do it our way. Get ready.
Here.
I like this one.
We start off with that.
Starting off with
We
pulling cards.
start the hot seat. I mean,
Pulling cards.
I guess last episode we did do it towards the end, but I think today it'll kind of set the tone because Lindsey
Get
and
them warmed
OJ,
up. We need you guys warmed up.
we gotta warm you up to ease you into
Take your
you
time.
vulnerable.
Take your time.
So, but I think this is like a good.
Don't
easy
I pick
one.
the card? I've been
No,
watching.
No.
Oh, y'all just pick one
we
for us.
picked them for
Yeah,
each
they
Nah, I
other.
ain't see that how I go down another couple episodes. Y'all was picking them off the table like we.
We shuffled. Yeah, no, to be honest, I was nicer to you because I could have picked a random one and stuck to it, but I tried to pick something that was not as hard. So please, thank you. What compliment do I hear most that isn't about my physical appearance?
You wanna go? All right.
Think, OJ.
I would probably
Literally.
say not physical appearance. I think it would be like ambition. You know, my would be ambitious, and so forth like that, and driven. So like those things and those characteristics, being like that.
What about your characteristics? Sorry.
Like as far as like being ambitious, driven, motivated.
Agreed.
You know, those are things that people normally say.
About you?
Yeah.
Lindsey's got 4 businesses at
At
any given
least.
time, 7 different jobs. Like,
We consolidated all of that.
I love that for you. But yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. Your ambition is.
Yeah, so it's like that. I think that's the biggest thing.
So the question is,
What do people say most about you?
So they can't say that you're tall.
Right,
You know
or
what I'm
that
saying?
your
Right,
physical,
right, right.
something about you that's not about your physical outward
who
appearance.
do they say the most?
Yeah, what do they
And
say
they-
the most?
and they-
It's
my
not
physical?
like, damn, you fine. You know, something else. About your personality, about...
Yeah, they probably just say that, you know what I'm saying, it's a cool guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it,
Bro, that's
like-
the weakest. All right, so like,
Like, yeah,
if y'all ever
cool
don't know
guy.
OJ, like
Cool guy.
OJ can rap, and he's a lyrical Bible.
That's something, but you got to know me to
But
know
no,
that.
you
though.
don't, really.
You do. You got to know me to know that. You can't. That's not something that somebody, you know what I'm saying,
So then
would
it's
say
your
outside
personality,
my
'cause
physical.
we can go
Yeah,
anywhere
you
in
know
the
what I'm
town.
saying. Obviously, they know like my love for music and stuff like that. My peoples, of course, and just you could be around me at an hour and you'll figure that out too. But you know,
But you're easy, would you say, translate that in some way, like easygoing?
yeah,
Like,
that's
you're
what I'm
easy to
saying.
be
Like,
around,
yeah,
like, you
it's
could
easy
go
for
different
everybody.
places,
Yeah,
fit
you
in
want to
almost
hang around. You know what I'm
anywhere.
saying? Hey, yeah, but shit, what you doing, bro? What
Yeah,
you got going on, bro?
Gravitate the room.
Shit,
Definitely gravitate the room. Yeah.
You know what I'm
Agreed.
saying? I think.
I was also gonna say just one, how you gravitate in a room, but how you make a room, right? Like if you
Yeah.
think about one of the things that you do as a host, like you create the energy and and set the tone for where it is that you are. So stand up.
Take them
guy.
there. See what I'm saying? Y'all answer all of them for me. I
You're
am
the
good.
guest.
That's why I love y'all. Yo, look, y'all been around me majority of my life. Y'all know. There we go. My family.
No, but I also think...
That's a good one.
But I think that's the thing that both of you share is the ambition and drive that you both have, because over the years, I mean, it started from literally throwing house parties in trap, like literally so-called trap houses in college, and like literally now taking them to like festivals in Coachella and stages and across, you know.
That's a fact.
You know
That's
what I'm
real,
saying?
It's real talk. Shit, and y'all been there since the beginning.
That's why I think
I've
it-
been there since the dead ass is the very beginning.
When we were having parties at Rapids and Mojos
Can't curse on
and...
here?
No, you can cuss. We cuss.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Just
Hey,
kinda
go
like-
bad.
Oh no.
Oh, my bad. You know what I'm saying?
Bad words all the time.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm just like heels, like you're healing that.
Hey, if I'm healing, I'm healing.
We're
I got
healing!
Let me get it out of me. You know what I'm saying?
We're
Like,
not healed.
Curse words can be healing. It's an outlet.
Yeah.
All right.
That's how how you
Yeah.
express
I bet. Say less.
certain things.
No, but I do. I think that's one thing that I would say. Just seeing the evolution coming from when we were like 18 to like where you.
I ain't gonna lie. I be forgetting about all the shit we done did, bro.
did a lot
because
of
there's so
stuff.
much.
Real talk, so much, and then you think like how far back that shit goes. Shit, bro, we started 2006, like
Balling for a
senior
cause.
year,
You did a
Yo,
balling
that
for a
bro,
cause.
that's a long time ago. That's a long
Yeah,
time
yeah,
ago.
somebody
A
bro.
decade.
2023.
Yeah, you know, somebody said to me, like, yo, you've been doing stuff a long time. I'm like, yeah. It's about to be 20. It's about to be 20 years.
It's still like so much more to do. You know what I'm saying? But we can say boys did a lot.
We still only
Did
had
a
it
lot.
for real. Yeah.
No, really.
Right.
We just.
Definitely
I feel
did
like all that other stuff was to kind of like prepare for.
Oh, yes.
Where we're at now, or where you're at now, because that prior experience, you already have moved through so many, like what didn't work and like how not to do it.
Right.
That now, I mean, obviously there's always learning experiences to be had, but I think that's what made you so proficient at that, to be able to run a festival, to be able to run teams, to be able to take it, like I said, to the level that it's at. Because I mean, really, you could catch them anywhere in Buffalo,
What,
running any sort of event.
What would you guys say, like, if you look back to 2006, are you where you thought you would be today?
Absolutely not.
No, where did you think you would be?
I thought I was today at age 34. I'd have been a retired NBA player with 5 kids and a beautiful wife.
What made you think that, though? Like,
Huh?
what made you think that in 2006 that you were going to be a
I
retired
mean,
NBA?
you gotta think that's the senior year of high school. Shit, we graduated in 06. We was balling. I was going to school to play ball. Shit, you know, had the hoop dreams. But
Okay.
you know, school just wasn't for me though. So
Right.
it was like, yeah, nah, the school shit ain't it. I'm a hoop. Then I just said, shit, all I want to do is play basketball and party and shit.
Yeah.
That's what I did.
What about
So-
you, Lindsey? Are you where you thought you would be if you look back to 2006?
Where I thought I'd be right now, I thought I'd been in there a little bit sooner, but in that lane, yeah.
What, like, if you were looking back and trying to give advice to your 2006 self, what do you think it would be?
Oh man.
Drive slow, homie.
It's a lot that you can learn from them years.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you can learn so much. Like it'd be like 2-3 weeks, be a whole different episode of stuff.
That's what I'm saying. From the years that then came, we done.
Yeah,
been
but
through.
I'd probably say like for real, nah. It was been some huge mistakes, but
It's a lot of financial stuff. You know what I'm saying? With
real
they're
estate
different.
would be the biggest thing.
That, of course, really, like a lot of stuff that we doing now, we tapped in now. We'd have known then. You know what I'm saying? Like I think it would have been, but it was a part of the journey of finding ourselves. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I said, like I went to college. You know what I'm saying? But all I got from there was experience. You know what I'm saying? I ain't get no degree, none of that. You know what I'm saying? I went to school for elementary education, and that's just because I love kids. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't. You know what I'm saying? Like
That's a fun
I didn't do that. I didn't
know that either.
And I was forced because it was like my sophomore year, and they was like, "Yo, you got to pick a major." And I'm like, "I don't know. I'm just here, bro.
Pick
Yo,
some
bro, I'm
more,
just here,
yeah.
bro." You know what I'm saying? So I think that definitely shaped us, shaped everything that we had to go through. But you know, maybe I might not have went to college. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe I would have went, and then just instead of just partying, did a lot more networking while I was down there. Maybe stayed and then moved around. I mean, anything. It could be anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it is what it is. I mean, God don't make mistakes. It's where we at, where we supposed to be at. You know what I mean?
What would you say? I mean, I feel it's important for our listeners to kind of know a little bit about you as far as like what you do, but at which point throughout your journey you think about, like, we'll say, Sam, that period, your high school self to now as an adult, how did you land where you landed as far as recognizing some of the talent that you have as far as hosting and your love and passion for music? At what point did you like tap into that entrepreneur side?
I mean, I always had the love for music, like always. You know what I'm saying? Since a kid, I used to listen to music every night and go to sleep. I listen to Quiet Storm every night. You know what I'm saying? And listen to radio, watch the videos on the box, everything. So I always loved music. I never wanted to make music. I just liked it. You know what I'm saying? And I like the party. I like cookouts. You know what I'm saying? Growing up and stuff where they playing the old school music, the family doing the line dances and all that. I always love that because it's family.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Family is like top. That's number one for me. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I got the joy out of that. You know, I don't know how that, like, kind of, you know, it kind of shifted me to where I am now with it. You know, it's like coming up, listening to music and stuff like that. My love for music, passion. Now where I'm at now with it, rap. You know what I'm saying? We come up on hip hop music. That was our stuff, and I never knew I would be in a position to hosting and even be able to do like karaoke, like how we do it. Like I love that. You know what I'm saying? Like I love that more than, you know what I'm saying, like just the hosting, you know what I'm saying? I love to perform the actual songs and rock the shows. And I think I kind of picked that up to being on tour with Khan and Skis and drum work and stuff like that from that. You know what I'm saying? From hosting the shows and stuff like that. And that's how I jumped on hosting the tour. And then, you know, becoming like Conway's hype man, that shit was just like, I just, you know, I'm hosting the shows and I'm watching it and I could see like, you know what I'm saying, where it's just like something that could just boost it. And we just did it, like, and it kind of linked and synced, and it just really was just.
Do you think it was like an organic like sequence of events, basically? Like one thing just kind of led into the next.
God just walked me right into that. Because I ain't never even really like, when we used to throw the parties, I ain't never really jump on the mic like that because we was doing everything else behind the scenes. You couldn't. You ain't really had time. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't like full of team like that before, where you can actually do that. So here we was hosting the parties, but we really was just promoting them. You know what I'm saying? I knew I could do it, but I just didn't. You know what I'm saying? So here we are. You know what I mean? They did the big stages. It feels crazy.
Yeah.
Still got more to go to.
For sure. What about you, Lau? How do you think, I mean, like you said, you brought it all into one, right? So there was different things. Like, how did you get into what you're doing? What was the progression of Crown and what are you doing? And
so that it's a journey. So it actually started when I was actually in high school. So at high school, at the time I was playing sports, football and so forth like that. But even playing football, the reason I'm able to do so much, because even at football I was able to play a variety of different positions. All the way from the kid, play quarterback, play running back, play wide receiver, play all these different positions. So they're able to know what everybody's doing, what everybody's, how everybody's supposed to move, how everybody's supposed to do their thing, how we supposed to work this as a team at the same time. So actually when I transferred to Sweet Home, it was me and my boy Ryan, Gervix. I'm like, yo, we don't got a senior class trip. They was like, nah, they never did one. So we literally like
for real? I didn't know that either.
Yeah, we put this whole like campaign together to get our whole class to vote for the senior class trip. It'll be like the first ever. We had to fundraise for. We picked between Busch Gardens and Virginia Beach and Cedar Point. So we got it all together. We got it approved. We had to go through those. So that was like the first real start of like putting something together. It was back in high school. So I never really was thinking about it. Like I was doing the same thing. Like, man, I'm about to go off to college and play sports and so forth like that. And I was in my mind to go to Morgan. So then that's a story in itself. So going to Morgan, going on a recruiting trip in the spring. As you know, Morgan State is a historical black college. I wanted to go to a historical black college, going down there, pull up to campus on a Friday. So Morgan's got the bridge. So it's literally the bridge connects one side of the campus to the other side of the campus. So I'm with my mom, my dad, and my two younger sisters. We pull up there. Mind you, my parents, they ain't really been to college. My dad, was in the streets before he became a pastor and stuff like that. And my mom, you know what I mean? So we pull up there. It looks like nobody's in class. Mind you, we pull up in the middle of the day. It looks like nobody in class.
Where's everybody at?
Everybody's outside. Everybody's on the bridge. Everybody's on the bridge. Now, mind you, beforehand, coaches be calling the house and stuff like that. We talking to them, and then they pass the phone off to somebody else, who are on the other side of the line, get to talking to them, and we can't wait for y'all to come down here. So I already look at my dad. I think he even said something. So we actually walking through campus. So actually, my cousin, he actually was going to Morgan at that time. So he was like a part of the showing around. So as we going through, like literally people just walking, Lindsey, what's going on? And I'm like, I don't know these people from nothing. You know, walking up, you know, dudes, girls, whatever. And my parents just sitting back watching. So then it was a point
They
in the
were
trip.
like,
Yeah, just heavy.
You didn't even get there yet. Like, we're on a visit.
Heavy, and I'm sold because I was supposed to go from there, and then we were supposed to leave there and then go visit Norfolk State. So when I'm having dinner with some of the guys, they're like, man, you don't want to go to Norfolk State. All the South dudes down there, all them country boys down there. Man, you want to stay up here? It was all DC, DMV, New York City, Philly boys up here. Man, y'all got me sold. So then the trip split off. This how I ended up in Buffalo. So this trip split off where they like, yo, we got it from here, send my parents off to the hotel, and we have a night. You know what I'm saying? They dropped me back off the next morning, my parents. I remember walking in the door, I'm like, I can't wait to come to Morgan. I'm a hype, bro. I'm a hype.
You think this is it?
I'm like, I can't wait to come. They like, they want me to come down in July too. I can't wait. As soon as we graduate, I got a week in the town. Do the Gus Smacker. We in Morgan, bro. Remember the Gus Smacker was the
Yes,
was
Gus
the-
Smacker. Everybody used to show out. Absolutely.
do the Gus Smacker. I'm off. I'm out of here. Man, I remember this vividly. Walking in the door, my dad ironing his shirt. I'm like, whenever he start ironing, I'm like, oh, it's about to go down. He about to tell me something I don't want to hear. He's like, oh, you like it, huh? I'm like, yeah. He like, yeah. This ain't for you. You gonna come down here and drop out in the first semester. I was sick. Mind you, I already told Norfolk that we ain't coming. So I already canceled that. So he like, all right, bet we going. He was like, so we about to wrap up, we about to get out the hotel. I'm just gonna go up to New York City to visit your grandfather and stuff like that. I don't think, it was another like 2 days on the trip. I don't think I said another word till we got back to Buffalo. And then ended up going above state. And then from there, then it turned into, it was actually doing a house party for my birthday. Actually, after talking about the dorm situation, my freshman year, sophomore year, I'm getting an apartment off campus on Reese Street, the famous Reese Street. We had a new house next to the Reese Community
Which
Center.
half of them are like gone now.
All of them but my house is gone.
Really? Oh, I think
Yeah,
you
my
did
house
say
is gonna-
that.
Blue House-
They like
Blue House is still
bulldozed
there.
all those houses.
Yeah, so they blew out all the original trap houses.
Yeah.
That first block is all gone, but my house is still there. So we actually had got an apartment over there, and I'm about to do a party for my birthday. Did it. Whole house packed, top to bottom. Mind you, the house was nice. Ruined my joint. Whole
That's
house.
what you thought.
Time. It was a time note. So then they do it again. So now, some dudes that was on the football team, they was calling themselves the Wild Boys at that time.
I remember.
And they was like, yo, you know you doing the parties and stuff now. And they was like, yo, kid, let's do a party back at your crib. So we do it, pack the house out again. Buffalo campus police show up, shut the joint down. Mind you, it's like, so now it's a cop standing at the door. There's cops outside waiting for everybody to come out. There's weed in the house, there's drinks in the house, all type of stuff. I'm heavy underage. I'm not even 19. Heavy underage. So people were like stashing weed up behind the sinks, throwing stuff out. Yo, so they got one cop at the door count everybody that's coming out of the house.
Really?
And yo, it's 400 people in here. And there's people still walking up the street. Then they got two other cops grabbing all the liquor bottles out of the house and pouring them in the snow. I'm standing on the porch just sitting talking. I'm like, damn, when somebody eat that snow, they gonna be drunk. And I said this shit to that guy. He was like, yeah, whatever. But they was like, look, we gonna shut it down, and we ain't gonna catch no smoke and nothing like that. So from there, we ended up doing a party at the ballroom, and the rest was history.
That's the famous Crown ENT.
Yeah.
Crown ENT.
Rest was history.
And then did that you think like kind of start your entrepreneurial, like I like doing what, like putting on events, doing things that I like to do.
That's what really started it. From that standpoint, then it was just doing stuff on campus, different organizations, student union board, and.
Is that where Ballin' for a Cause was birthed?
Ballin' for a Cause was birthed with Crown. We started that. Matter of fact, we didn't start with Jay Holiday. We started it.
Jay Holiday!
Party.
Hell, where was that? That was at the fucking.
That was Infinity.
That was at
So it's
Jay,
actually,
I
so
thought.
actually.
No, that was at
Infinity.
Infinity, like out on
Yeah.
Transit Road.
Okay.
I remember he looked at me and I swear he did. I swear we made eye contact. I was like, I'm going home with Jake Holden.
The first Crown party was actually crazy part. The first Crown party was July 4th at the Groove. That was the last group. That was the last party that ever happened in the Groove because this dude it didn't happen in the party. Happened across the street and give stab, and that's when they shut the Groove down officially. That was our first party. Then we did one like a back to school party in August at Steel Drum.
That's what I've been in my tongue. My tongue was
OJ
still
had the party.
drum.
You did
I
your birthday
remember.
party there,
That was my
and then it was like
birthday
a week
joint,
later. We had to do the party, and then we did. Jay Holly was like the first official college party that we did, and that shit just.
That was crazy. I remember that.
Yeah.
That joint was packed out.
That was a good time. It was definitely like 8-1 in that joint.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That was when bed was out. Put you to bed.
Oh my God.
Yeah. One song packed that joint out. I ain't
One
never seen
song.
I ain't never seen it like that.
One song.
One song packed that joint out.
Oh, I remember.
Lindsey, can you share a little bit about what you're doing now?
Yeah. So I actually recently, well not recently, probably last year or so, started a consulting business with a lot of things I do well, community placemaking, events, marketing, branding. So several clients with that, one of them being the Buffalo Central Terminal, who are my clients. One is an NFL player, the other is, I'm trying to think, it was a City of Buffalo event. So been doing that, and actually that is that the big one is Buffalo Central Terminal that just got signed like last month.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Yeah. So,
Congrats, bro.
so that was something that I had asked for myself. Okay, because they always get this. You know this. Can I pick your brain? Can I pick your brain? Can I pick your brain? I'm like, man, I'm sick.
I'm sorry, charging y'all.
Sit there, like, well, and people was like, man, people should be paying for ideas, but stuff like that or whatever you're saying. And then it was actually after Balling for a Cause when we retired from doing that. People just kept saying like, you want to, I'm like, done with it. He's like, but we'll pay you to tell us how to do it.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. and that's what kind of kicked it off. So it's Phoenix Rise. It's my third daughter's name. Her middle name is Phoenix. Yeah. So it's Phoenix Rise LLC, Consultant LLC.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Appreciate that.
Fire.
That's exciting.
It's always big news with these boys. Always something going on.
And then Beau Flow too, right? We
Yeah.
didn't
So
talk
both
about
so
Beau
both
Flow.
flows is his own thing that started 7 years ago now. And this is music, arts, culture, brand, and organization. Culturally activated, community engaged. So we have two parts to it. Special events. Y'all are going to see them after this episode. By the time the episode drops, it'll all be out. But really excited how that has grown to being this community stakeholder event.
Absolutely.
People are looking forward to, and the brand partnerships and the community aspects to be able to do. Just continue to grow that, and
Hill Hop Girl will be at Beau Flow.
that's a fact.
Sure will.
Live podcast.
Pull up on
Live
us.
podcast.
Pull up
Oh
on
man,
us.
we spilled the tea. We spilled the
No,
tea.
it ain't spilling it. By the time the episode comes out, people be knowing.
They're
Well,
gonna-
and and
Yeah.
all you know is that we'll be there.
Yeah.
What it all looks like yet,
TBD.
it's yet to be.
It's
Only
going to be
God
curated.
Yes, yet to be determined.
No, that's facts. But part of also being on the Hill Hot Girl podcast, one thing Jess is gonna do is make sure that everybody who's here is on a hot seat.
Okay, OJ, like, damn,
But guess what?
he thought it was over.
You guys can also pull a card, and we can be on the hot seat as well. And so
So it's like Uno.
Listen, we're gonna make it fun. We're gonna make it to a game. But
Okay,
I
bet.
know that there were some things that we wanted to touch on. Not sure, or if we,
It's really, I think that,
we Russian roulette it, or do we have a question?
I don't know. The theme kind of that we had for today's episode, because this was a little bit impromptu in some ways. Like we kind of like mentioned we should do this, and then it kind of just came together the way that it did. So what we had planned out for today was more so talking about patterns. And as we've gone through life, have we changed our patterns? And when I say that, I mean how you maneuver in everyday life, right? So how you react to situations. Was there something specifically that changed the way that you look at things or feel about things? Chance the Rapper's wife just put out this post, and it's kind of been like a controversial thing. Do you know what I'm talking about? Is that why he's laughing? Okay, thank you.
Yeah, buddy.
So she recently put out a post, and what was highlighted, I'm just gonna try to pull it up because I don't want to misspeak on what exactly she said. And it was about growing up, how you can grow. Some people get older and some people grow up. And so in the post, she writes, Well, it's not actually it's not an original. She doesn't say it. It's a post. But she says most people don't grow up. It's too difficult. What happens is most people get older. They honor their credit cards. They find parking spots. They marry. Some have children, but they don't grow up. Not really. They get older. But to grow up costs. It means you have to take responsibility for what you do, the space you occupy, and things like that. So I think that's a good way to catalyst it into, is there a difference between maturing and growing up? Or, I'm sorry, growing up and getting older. And I think for me, I noticed recently that one of the things that I have been focusing on, especially when it comes to my relationships with other people or things that I do, repeated cycles of things that I do, I noticed, okay, at 33, I may be still attracting the same type of person. I may still be making the same decisions professionally that have kind of left me in like a stagnant place. So while I may be 5 years older than I was 5 years before, I'm still doing the exact same things. So I had to start taking a look at the decisions I was making, the people I was around, and really putting some action into making changes to not continue to repeat the same cycles that I was having. And I didn't realize because I noticed it was an intentional choice that I had to make. Because you can go through life and be 50 years old, and if you've never addressed things when you were 30 or changed the way that you speak to people or enter a job situation or take a chance on something that you wouldn't have, you essentially are the same person that you were at 25 at 35. I mean, do you guys agree? Do you think
Totally,
that's...
Yeah, that's huge. The growing up part and growing up and growing, right? That's how you're saying it?
Well, like growing up and getting older.
Getting older, yeah. So
yeah.
it's crazy. Like, I think I went through that. I don't think I know. I went through that transition probably the last 2 years. With that, and more recently, probably like the last year, is really the growing up part, right? Especially as men, the situations that we in. And I think it's two things that you kind of talking about breaking cycles and talking about being in this hamster wheel, right? The hamster wheel, you relate to work life and your everyday life is like, are you still doing the same things every single day? Like, are you getting up for work at 8 o'clock in the morning, going to work, you come back home, you eat, go back to sleep, boom, boom, you keep doing the same thing, but you're not going nowhere. You feel like you move, but you're not going nowhere, right? And then we have those break the cycle moments where we are involved in other situations or just situations with people where we're not breaking that cycle, right? Or we're not taking accountability for things that we have done. So yeah, I think, it was definitely some shakeups. I probably say it was a 2-year process, healing. I'm looking at the Hill Hot girl.
What was the catalyst for you, Lindsey? What happened 2 years ago that made you sort of like reevaluate?
Yeah, so it was death. So it was December 2020. It was COVID. And I thought we escaped COVID. You know what I'm saying? Not nobody, people caught it, whatever have you. But my cousin Jordan had committed suicide right at the beginning of December. And then a week later, my godfather died. And then 2 weeks later, my aunt died. And then after that, from that time period up until literally, this past September, 21 people.
21 people?
Yeah, 21. I stopped counting after a certain point.
Jesus.
21 people. That's either been like family member, a mentor, coach, grandparents, friends, good friend, counting, not just people, I just know them. Like people like that I have interactions with every single day and talk to and so forth like that. 21 people. So it's just a pattern. Boom, 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 boom. It just got some point you just get numb to like, oh wow.
What about the grief made you want to?
Nah, I got right into it right away. So it was like the first probably like, man, we ain't doing no counseling. Never. Nah, hell nah. But it was like right after my godfather did, I'm like, I gotta shake this off. I can't talk to everybody about everything. You get in situations, talk about relationship stuff. You talking to somebody, they giving their point of view from how they feel, what they kind of been going through. So it's just like, let me talk to somebody, get all this off with somebody I don't really know me or I don't know them. You know what I'm saying? So that was, I was just been doing therapy for the last 2 years, talking about everything, anything. And that really was the thing where like, people think therapy, like people getting fucked up in therapy, they be like, oh, I go in there, they just gonna hear all my problems. And that motherfucker get you, be like, man, fuck fuck this. I ain't this shit challenging me, telling I'm doing some shit wrong. You know what I'm saying? So like, be mad as hell on therapy. Like, man, listen, I'm telling you what the hell they did to me. You trying to tell me what the fuck I done did. You know what I'm saying?
When they tell you about yourself, like, I pay you to be my friend. Like,
No, it's not even I pay you to be my friend. I pay you to listen to what I'm trying to tell you what's going on. Like,
I don't want to hear
not to
you.
tell me
Like,
about myself.
yeah, like you trying to tell me what I done did. I know what I done did. Like, let's tell them like how we gonna tell them how we maneuver through that. So like, but that's accountability though. You know what I'm saying? So once you have that accountability, then that's when once you accept that, and that's self-reflection. Okay, like what was I doing? What got me here? Boom. Mm-hmm. And then,
What's one thing that therapy has addressed or that you've recognized about yourself through therapy?
family. What was most important? So what was most important was family. Throughout it all stuff from childhood all the way up. That's what therapy gonna do to you. You know what I'm saying? It's going. How you move in your relationships, how you handle business, your everyday life is all the stuff that happened to us between the time we was born and the time we was like 12. Right, that's how we interact. How we think we should, have a boyfriend and girlfriend is because how we seen our parents probably had a boyfriend and girlfriend. How we raise our kids, how we was raised, probably some sense of the way. So during that, it was like, okay, like what's really here? Like it's family, right? So like, yeah, you can play around in the streets, but is it worth it? Right. Is it worth to go out to the bar and have a drinks and be sitting there like you just not fulfilled with anything that's going on? It's really like I'm just ready to go home, right? So it was just really just family overall, not just with the kids, but just everything. Yeah.
OJ, what about you? What's the difference to you between like being grown, like growing mentally, maturing, and like just getting older, and like when do you feel like you're at that point of maturing? Like
getting older is, you know what I'm saying, after you hoop. You know what I'm saying? You can't hoop for a week straight and you got to sit up in that ice. That's getting older. Your body, you feel that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, maturing, man, this has definitely been a long journey. I mean, and you're gonna mature in your own time too. Mm-hmm. Everybody ain't gonna mature the same. Some people gonna mature young and fast and early, and then they gonna be boring. You gotta be a kid sometimes. You know what I'm saying? You gotta wild out, but you do gotta grow up. You know what I'm saying? The grow up switch really turned on as soon as Liv was born. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It was like, okay, no matter what, I got a kid that, you know what I'm saying, right? So I got to, just make sure I'm on point with things and stuff like that. But then it's like, decisions that you making. It's like, how we came up throwing parties, going out all the time. We was out every weekend. We ain't have to. So 4 in the morning every weekend. Rockstar lifestyle.
No, for real.
And that ain't me I ain't gonna say that ain't me at all, because I definitely was out till 4 yesterday. But it was random. He's still growing, y'all. I'm still growing. But it was literally a random. This was like a once in a blue moon, for real, because I really don't. That ain't. But that ain't me no more. That's
misconception. People try to put it like, okay, if you go like, oh, I'm growing up, I can't go out and have a drink.
No.
How you go out and have that drink?
No, but see, so like before it wasn't no purpose. It wasn't no reason. Like, you know what I'm saying? We was just out drinking just to do it. Now it's like, you know what I mean? Like, what I'm doing? Why? Like, yo, let me think about it. What's the reason? What's the purpose for this? Yeah, I could chill. Crib good for me, you know what I'm saying? Right. You know what I'm saying?
When did that shift come for you?
I'm probably, I ain't gonna lie, real talk, probably COVID.
Yeah.
COVID, like after, like once COVID happened, they shut everything down. So we couldn't party. But we still had that urge. We was partying in the house party, stuff like that. Yeah, we were still doing that. But, you know what I'm saying? It's not to say that we not still going out and partying. I think it's just the time shifted. We don't got to stay out till 4. Yeah, we go.
Can't catch me on the
you can happy hour day parties. You know what I'm saying? You can you switching this. I'm gonna go to a concert for sure. But like, I got this new rule. Like, if it's 10 o'clock, I don't care what day it is, and I'm in the house. Matter of fact, scratch that. If the street lights is on and I'm in the crib, unless it's really like it has to have full purpose. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm either it's an emergency, I'm rushing out the crib, or shit, a cousin I ain't seen in 10 years is in town and he only here for an hour or something. Like, our family is in town, something like that. I gotta pull up and see y'all. Other than that, like, no, it's quiet. You ain't get me out the crib. It's over.
It sounds like one of the common themes throughout what you guys are both saying is the intentionality behind the things that you're doing. So as you're getting older and you're recognizing the fact that you're maturing, it's also being each year, in a sense, or whatever period you have your moment throughout your journey, that you're like, okay, I want to be around certain people, certain energies, environments. And if I want to have a rock star lifestyle, I can.
Right, and that's a part of growing up. That's a part of growing up. You like everybody says cliche as hell, but your circle gets smaller.
You used to hear that small as hell in middle school. Be like, the same people that you've been friends with, you're not gonna be friends with you older. Now listen, shut up.
and my niggas is my niggas.
Yeah.
My dogs is my dogs. You know what I'm saying? My peoples is my peoples. But shit, niggas ain't gonna be around everybody every day like we used to. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna lie, real talk, a big piece of that, you know what I'm saying, was losing Weez. You know what I'm saying? Because him and his space was just where everybody met. You feel me? Like, everybody came. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, once he passed, it just kind of faded. We all still stay in touch, though, but, like my homies, like, that I'm with, for the most time, that I can't with, we working. Yeah. We working together. And everybody else got their work they got to do. You know what I'm saying? It's life. Damn near all of us got kids now. You know what I'm saying? So, that's another thing, too, where you shifting. And that's like something I think about, you know what I mean? Even that. Like your circle getting smaller, that's like the same thing like with like relationships too, though. You know what I'm saying? Because you know when you get older, when you grow older, you gotta kind of like try to cherish your relationships, because it's that time when you looking for somebody, or it's trying to be somebody that you're gonna be with forever. And when it's all said and done, you know what I'm saying? Like when everything is done, your homies, your dogs, your best friends, your brothers, your sisters, they gonna have their families. They gonna have, and everybody else gonna have their families. And you can't be, you know what I'm saying, trying to just hang around, you know what I'm saying, and playing around and not, you know what I'm saying, trying to get that foundation. You don't want to be on. I mean, some people might do want to be on. I mean, if you want to be on, it's cool. Yeah, it's all about preference. And it's cool. Some people don't want kids, all like, it's however you want to live your life. You know what I'm saying? But it get lonely like that, because, you know what I'm saying, unless you just going to hang with your family every day and they kids and stuff like that, it get lonely, because once you start having your kids, you with your kids every day.
I don't see the success rate in that, but it's.
You said you what?
I don't see people much success in that realm. I'm just out here by myself.
Oh yeah, that's a fact. I mean, you know, but it is what it is. But when you got kids, you got your family, you with them every day. You know what I'm saying? That's what it comes down to. That's your circle. Right there. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got my daughter, my niece and nephew all the time. And then when I ain't here, and when I'm not with my family here, you know what I'm saying? Shoot, I'm with my family on the road. You know what I'm saying? I'm with my brothers that I came up with. You know what I'm saying? And we doing work. You know what I'm saying? Or shit, if we doing work here, I'm working with my peoples.
I love that. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna make a comment that I think that growing up where we did too, our relationships are different. I think, and I don't know because I didn't live anywhere else, so I have nothing to compare it to. Yeah, but I think that's the interesting thing about growing up here was like we were all so close for like so many years. Like we did everything together for probably 10 years. I mean, every weekend, at one point, Sam and I's house was the spot. You know, like we would all get together there. We would have our door open.
Good old Prosy. That was the spot.
And we would just, honestly, the door would be unlocked and like people would just come in, or like after a night out, we would wake up in the morning and our house would be full of people that stayed there for the night.
We always, that's a fact, like for all the years of us hanging, bro, we always had a spot.
it was always
Where it
a
was like, it was somebody had a spot. Where we was just
Right.
about, we just gonna pull up, meet over there. So,
You guys would be
Yeah.
falling asleep on the couch after the night.
smack.
Someone's
And how late we'd have been
Oh,
out?
we
We'd have been
would
out
have
late
been
as
4
hell.
a.m.
4
We go to
a.m.
gyms and then we come to the crib, but we
That's
still
where
walking
they
They
together.
sleep all over. They could sleep sitting at the table, sleep just.
At the table,
Everywhere.
under the table, on
We
the
used to
floor.
sleep everywhere.
That
was
Our
our
boxes
family, real
laid
family.
out.
There was a couple. One time, it was like, I think it was Juice and Weeze, baby. Sam and I like got up, went ran errands for the day, came back, and they were still sleeping in our living room. Like when we came back at like 2 p.m., I was like, "Oh hey, you guys are still here."
sunshine.
Yeah, so I think that our relationships and growing up here there's something special about that. And as I've gotten older and as I've moved, and I will say even there were certain points that I almost felt sometimes it was like to my detriment sometimes, because it was like, well, everybody's going out, like we gotta go out, like it just felt it in some ways became like it was just what we did. Like it wasn't a question. It was like it was the weekend, we go out, where are we meeting up? We're going to Encore, we're going to Soho, we're going to wherever we were going. And being that they were
It
always
took
throwing
nothing
parties,
for us to go out.
Yeah, and
It
like
took
they were always
nothing.
throwing parties. We were the
had a
party.
time.
Shit, when we out, shit, we outside there, yo.
It just what time was we linking? There
Yeah.
was never no conversation where they
Shit.
goes, what time we
Where-
linking?
yeah.
What's
What
the
time you
move?
coming over?
Where boys at?
What
And
we
you gotta
drinking?
think too, around that time we was just finishing college stuff. We
Yeah.
had jobs, so we was working all week.
Yes.
And then we like, man, shit, that Friday came
We-
around.
we wasn't
Where is
full
bro?
entrepreneurs
Where
yet.
is
We
we
was
going?
working.
Right, where is we going? What we doing? Friday,
And I
Saturday.
think Buffalo kind of forges this like, you can do this shit forever. Like we could really, because there's not to say there's not a lot to do, but like
You could be a bar star.
you could be a bar star. And I don't say I still am, but like maybe a little bit, because when I come here, I was like, we're not going to Fally and we're not going, like certain places, like not that we don't want
That's
to go
growing
there.
up. I'm just not going to certain places.
But that's what it is like places that we frequented when we were 20. Well, Fally hasn't been open that long, but just certain places, like Alyssa, there's other places to go than like the 3 bars we've been going to for 8 years. Like,
But the 3 bars you been going to for 8 years, you're gonna see
It's like
it's chairs.
Cheers.
It's chairs,
Everybody knows
bro.
your name.
Everybody know you. You going,
y'all
they
in
gonna
the
see
same
you.
element. I
You know
ain't
what I mean? I mean, nah, it ain't that. Like, it's not for to go there like all the time. But if it's a night, like, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, so I'm gonna give it to you like,
a
so like
random night.
me going to Fally, me going to Savoy right now, and I'm walking in there, and I'm saying if I'm in there, right? Then I start seeing players and kids that I taught or coached.
Yeah,
and they
yeah.
walk in
It's
there, and just
kinda-
like, okay, I don't need to be in here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there still needs to be that separation, even though that, yeah, they 21 and they, stuff like that, but there still needs to be that separation between me and them. Like, oh, I can hang out where he at now, and I can, you know what I'm saying? Like,
But see, the thing is, the difference is what it is now is if we was to all grow out as a group, as all of us went out, like even yesterday, like, we had a good time. I mean, like, we gonna go out and we gonna hang out because we together.
right.
But you're not gonna walk in the spot dolo now at this age, like just,
No.
you know what I mean, or not, you know what I'm saying, necessarily at this age, but at this maturity, you know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna walk in the spot dolo just on a random, I mean, so
You was never
no,
walking spot. Yeah.
people will, people do, like, and just to get up, just to go to the, like, I'm not, no, I ain't going just to go,
No.
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 Well, because I already know, like, what I'm going in there for. I'm not going in there, like, without knowing what I'm going there for.
Yeah.
If I know, like, oh, shit, all my woes is in there, yeah, I'm going to go hang with them. Let's go get a drink. And even then, I ain't staying that long. You know what I'm saying? But
Bro, your dialect is crazy. Like, you got mad. I was just listening to how you talking.
I have a growing question. And then I'll give y'all the tag. I have a growing question, but I think it segues perfectly. What feedback, Lau, forced you to grow recently, even if it was hard to hear in the moment?
What feedback that forced me to grow? It's your fault.
It's your fault. It's your fault.
Yeah. So it's taking accountability, whatever, in that situation. I think that's the hardest thing. Like, you dealing with relationships or anything that you're doing is, okay, like, what could I have done or what did I do? Regardless if it was recently, years ago, that may have said it, but basically it's your fault. You know, I think one of the things my dad said to me early on, he's like, man, it's always the man's fault. And that's not just talking about this relationship, but like, it's always the man. I'm like, man, it's always our fault. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's always our fault. But in a sense, he's right, because if you're talking about like relationships, it's like we are put here to lead. You know, we supposed to be the head of the house, so we put here to lead and so forth like that. This generation a little different. Y'all want to lead a little bit, but we put here to I'm just saying. But we put here to lead. So if I come in there with a different energy, with a different mindset, and I'm coming and setting the tone, the household or everybody else gonna follow suit, you know. But if I come in there on some whatever, then everybody else gonna follow suit on whatever. Right. Then I can't be mad about whatever happens. Right. You know what I'm saying? So because I set that tone, whether it was now or then, but I set that tone at some point. So then if I want to get that tone back, I gotta rearrange.
So now you're like taking lead and making sure that you set the tone the way in which.
No, it's just being, like you said earlier, it's just being intentional. You know what I'm saying? So like, and like how we talking about, like, it's being intentional. Like, okay, I'm not saying that we homebodies now. we ain't that, because I still go out have a drink, you know, every week or whatever have you. But it's like, okay, like I'm having intention with going there. Like I'm going there for this purpose. Like I'm going there to relax. I'm going there to meet somebody out. I'm going, you know, I'm not just going just to.
If I ain't throwing, I ain't going. You know, that's the motto. If I ain't
I
throwing,
know, I'm like, throwing what?
If I ain't throwing, I ain't going.
Oh, the party, throwing the party.
Whoa!
Me and Lau was like, throwing.
Wow, you
like,
If I'm not throwing, come on, you see what I'm saying? You feel me? You feel me? Like, no, that caught y'all niggas off guard. Everybody else knew. Like, what are you talking about?
If I ain't throwing, I ain't
going. If I ain't throwing, I ain't going.
Listen, I understand we with the hot.
So that means two things. That means two things. If I ain't throwing, I ain't going. I mean, if I ain't throwing an event, I ain't going. It's only one other place that I like to go. I do like the strip club. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? That's cool.
Yeah.
But I ain't throwing, I ain't going.
It gotta be intentional with what I'm doing. I'm not just about to just, oh, it's sunny and it's nice outside. Great. Like we did that for like, 20 something years just to go out and go to Sunday and go to the same spot to see the
back end.
Yeah.
What is we doing?
You know.
Oh no, definitely. He was going. What feedback what feedback did you receive what feedback helped you grow that you received recently that you didn't like? That forced you.
That I didn't like, that forced me. Yeah.
So like Lau expressed, it's your fault. That was the feedback that he received. Mm-hmm. What was the feedback that you recently received? Or not recently, in general?
Dang, I don't know, man. Like, I'm trying to think like an actual quote somebody told me. Like,
No, even
I'm trying
just
to
something
quote
that forced
somebody said. I honestly don't know. I can't even, like, that I didn't like. You know what I'm saying?
Or maybe that you didn't like, just something to help you grow. Has anybody said anything to you recently that kind of like hit you that was like, damn.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, definitely. People have told me like, like it's like, I ain't gonna lie, I got this person, right? This person called me, and it's like this motherfucker just know. Shit crazy. Shit be taking me. Y'all all know him too. I ain't gonna put it out there because this shit deep. But it's like, they call me and like they know exactly what it is that's what's on me, and they tell me and they talk to me, and then it's like a sense of, you know what I'm saying, relief, because they telling me, like, they speaking to me through God. It'd be so crazy. It'd be so crazy, like, you know what I'm saying, like.
Do you think it's something that you don't even know you need in that moment, kind of thing?
Nah,
like
it's like I be.
With,
oh
like,
yeah, no,
like
no.
You might be something you're going through.
No, it'd be like some damn nigga. How the fuck did you know that?
Right.
Like like how you even, you know what I'm saying? And when and it's always, you know what I'm saying, high energy. You know what I'm saying? Cause that's really what it is for me. Like it ain't really been nothing. Like just for me to grow, it's just been. I ain't gonna lie. I come walking by faith fully. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm moving around on this earth on faith. You feel me? I done been through a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? In my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, some shit that I already know. Like, you know what I mean? The average motherfucker wouldn't be able to motherfucking maintain the shit. So, that's really what it be. My therapist, like, that's like one of my best friends.
We love our therapists. We love therapy.
It's like I could just, and the crazy thing is, I went to therapy. It's crazy about it, like, and I know I'm way off subject with this, but I started therapy originally it was grief counseling for losing weeds, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, shit, I ain't need it. Like, he gone. Feel me? What I'm gonna do? He ain't come, it ain't no. So I kind of blew it off for like the first year and a half. Yeah, I blew it off for the first year. And I just started in September 2022. I don't miss that shit every week, every Monday. You know what I'm saying? Even if I'm out of town, like, we on the call for an hour, talk, rap.
I would say I noticed the difference.
You know what I mean?
I noticed the difference in like therapy OJ
Yeah.
versus like.
I ain't gonna lie, like, just I know I'm changing. Like, I feel myself changing. You know what I'm saying? In a lot of ways, and I'm a lot more grateful for life. You know what I'm saying? Just waking up every day. I ain't trapped in, locked in. I never was too crazy locked into materials like that, but I really could care less about it now. My purpose is my family more than anything. You know what I'm saying? Because I play like the role I play with my family is like, it's like I got to. You feel me? And that should be real, you know what I'm saying? And you know, this shit's still fresh, you know what I'm saying? It ain't even been 2 years, you feel me? So, you know, once going through that shit, I'm still, like, the first year that shit happened, I went on tour. So I was just numb, torn, doing my shit, smoking, drinking every. I came home and I was stuck. And being here, I ain't gonna lie, being here and not moving around, I get stuck a lot because shit, even being around my family, you know what I mean? Like, because I already know, like, I'm around my family and there's something missing. You feel me? And then shit, you know, just holidays be crazy, all that shit. You know what I mean? Fucking, nigga. All that shit, you know what I mean? You know how that shit go. Y'all too, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, I love y'all. I love all of y'all, you know, y'all my family. You know what I'm saying? But y'all see me at my worst. You know what I'm saying? My very worst. You know what I mean? Like,
But you kept going though.
yeah, shit.
You know
I
what
mean,
I
I
mean?
ain't had no choice. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I ain't had no choice but to keep going. But I had to learn too, like, when I did come back, is to sit down and just try to get through it, break through it. And then, cause not only is that happening, it's gonna be other shit that's gonna happen. It's gonna be
Right.
mad other bumps in the road. And you're gonna be like, God damn, nigga. You gonna be like, God damn, but shit. Every day, you know what I'm saying? You get up, you got a chance. And shit, and when I see them kids, shit, you know what I mean? That's all that matter right there. Like, that's shifting everything, you know? So that's really just, like I said, I'm feeling myself changing. I don't even know what I'm changing into.
Right.
You know what I mean? I just
Morphing.
feel it.
Faith in God
Yeah, man.
and your
Yeah.
team. Just know
Yeah,
that
yeah,
you got the good, right people around you.
Right. Yeah, no, that's a
You
fact.
know
That's
what
the
I
thing too. Like, that's nothing too. It's just I ain't going around. I ain't just hanging around anybody. I ain't gonna lie. I got to really trust you and love you to just hang around. Like, I might stop by, say what up, but to just hang with you, be chilling with you, just be sitting here, just sitting there kicking it. That's shit. It's only a handful. And I used to hang with everybody. We hang. Yeah, come on, come through. Let's go get it. That's how Weez was. That nigga give a fuck. It's shit. Pull up. Nigga, you don't even know this nigga, bro. You know what I'm saying? Shit, you know, that shit is a lot different, you know. And shit, to my people that I always was around, and I always been around, I'm not around as much. I still love them. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you know, I gotta just, my energy gotta be, whoever I'm around, the energy gotta be right. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit is hard. You know.
I want to commend you both for like even pursuing therapy. I think that's so big, and especially to do so at this later age and point in your life, and to be able to want to do the work, because we all know that therapy is tough, and looking at yourself in the mirror and analyzing and just, you know, going through so many transitions and the self-dialogue that you have in your head. And so I'm proud of you, the hot boys. Y'all are.
The hot boys are
y'all are
healing.
growing. You know
little
what I
by
mean?
little.
Like doing your stuff. Yeah. And I think at the core of it all, the one thing that you both also have in common is just your faith in God and your relationship with God. And so, yeah.
I think you guys should pick a card for us to close.
Yeah.
Say, do you want to flip it back on
The
us?
wild
Flip the
part
card?
is, yeah.
Pick a card for us.
Swing me one of them joints.
Make sure you shuffle good.
Couldn't wait.
Nah, y'all was.
Right, and some of these joints ain't even.
See, that's it.
Y'all,
We gotta
come on,
mark.
y'all
We
come
gotta
chip
mark.
shuffle. Come on,
We
man.
got a
They
mark.
got a mark. They got a flipped upside down. The one
Yeah, some of them flipped upside down. Wrong.
What you going with? No, I thought you
Oh,
were
yeah.
gonna pick yours.
I'm nervous.
Me too,
Okay.
because they just pull anything.
That's when you gonna be to them.
Oh, all
We
right.
gonna get them with two. They hit us
Yeah,
with
double
two.
up. Double up. This is T. This is a good one. This is a good one. This for all three of y'all. When do I feel my best? What am I wearing? What am I doing? Create that day for yourself as soon as possible. Damn, I'm gonna answer that motherfucker too. Y'all go ahead first.
Jess, you want to spark it?
I'll spark it. So my perfect day, it has to do with the days that I wake up early, that I have my cup of coffee. It's the day that I journal, have my cup of coffee, go to the gym. Gotta start off there. I am able to maybe be on a beach right after, take a nice, slow stroll on the beach with the vibes, tan, dip in the pool when I get hot, checking in with my people. Yeah, to me, that's a perfect day. What am I wearing? I'm wearing a bathing suit and gym clothes or nothing.
Ooh.
Yo, shit.
Talk about it.
My perfect day. What does my perfect day look like? I'm also an early riser, so the morning time is like a sacred time for me to just like get myself together. Always start with coffee. I love a good podcast. ABC News Start Here with Brad Milkey. I love you, Brad. My perfect day looks like breakfast, like a hot breakfast meal. Actually 3 meals a day, and preferably I'm not making them. Somebody is like making them in my house and serving it to me. This is like in my dream world. Right?
Yeah,
Like,
create that day.
Yeah, and I'm in my yoga flow. Like I don't have to be doing yoga, but I'm centered, I'm balanced, and my hair is done. You look good, you feel good. I'm in my bag. I'm usually wearing something very comfortable and stretchy, and not a lot of clothes either, because it gets real warm in Nashville sometimes. So. Yeah, that's my perfect day. It's there's food, there's music, there's vibes. Perfect day also involves like connecting with the people that I love. Seeing a good show. I love to see a good show in Nashville, like a good concert or something. We get so much music that comes through there, and it's not all country. So like I love to see seen LMA. I've seen
Kendrick. You just wear the
I've seen
Kendrick.
Kendrick. Yeah, I've seen like smaller artists though. Like I'm trying to think of some of the other folks, but yes, I love to see a show, grab dinner and a cocktail, and just like enjoy the fruits of my labor. I guess that's my perfect day.
Wow, I've been thinking about this whole time, and I haven't. So
That'll be funny as hell.
I'm waking up in a huge bed with tons of blankets and pillows on like a beach. Yeah, super cozy with like the doors open, with the water, with the ocean in the back. Somebody's bringing me breakfast in bed. I love a hotel robe. Like I love, if the hotel doesn't have a robe, I don't want to go. So I put my hotel robe on. I self-care. I get a massage. I get a mani-pedi. I get just shopping day. Yeah, like whatever I want, wherever I want. Then at the end of the night, I have an outfit waiting for me. I didn't pick it, but something fire. And then I go to a steakhouse and I have a dirty martini and whatever I want to eat. And then I'm still a little bit of a hot girl, so I kind of want to go smoke hookah in a section somewhere. On the beach though, in like Miami. This is all happening in Miami.
The yams coming
The yams, yeah. And then go home. Yeah.
I love that for you.
A lot of drinks, self-care, and fun
Are
shit.
you going home alone?
Oh,
Or are you with someone?
No, I was with somebody this whole time.
Hello, breakfast in bed.
Did you post him though?
You didn't get posted.
Hopefully it's somebody that I'm posting. Lord Jesus, please. So yeah, what's your OJ? You have an answer? You sound like you.
First of all, that wasn't the question was not your perfect day, but since that's what y'all was going with, the perfect day. This day ain't happened yet. The perfect day. Let me tell you how this shit gonna look. You know what I'm saying? Follow me.
Follow you.
It's the summertime. It's August, second weekend of August. You know what I'm saying?
Around.
The sun is shining.
I was about to say we
Around
are.
somebody's birthday?
Listen, hear me out. The sun is shining. The sun is shining. It ain't a cloud. It ain't a cloud in the sky. You know what I'm saying? And we in my motherfucking backyard. The kids is swimming in the pool. All the kids in the pool. All my loved ones. Everybody that I got love for, unconditional love for, and they got unconditional love for me. Is we back there. You know what I'm saying? Shit, we back there smoking. The adults, we ducked off. We smoking blunts. You know what I'm saying? We getting high. Niggas is playing their games. Uno's popping, spades, all that shit. Family. My mom there, dad. You know what I'm saying? The whole family. You know what I'm saying? My wife, kids. You know what I'm saying? All that shit we back there smoking. We all, you know what I'm saying, enjoying a glass of pink rosé, Bel Air. You feel me? You know what I'm saying?
Bel Air.
And we just back there and we just. You know what I'm saying? Everybody just happy. You know what I'm saying? DJ T taking us there with the best old school vibes possible. And all we doing is everybody smiling. It ain't not a frown in sight. You know what I'm saying? Only frown is when the lad, for sure. Lad on the grill. Lad or Big Mike is on the grill. You know what I'm saying? We tea. Like, it's just one of them. And I'm talking about we start early till we going all day. 10 a.m. We can come 3 courses. We gonna have us some breakfast. You know what I'm saying? 3 courses. We gonna have us a lunch, joint, dinner, fam. All day we out there.
The uncle that when
Shit,
you're trying
we
to
beat
go,
him.
he's like,
Look.
no, stay. There's a
Yep,
There's
that's
a room. I
That's
got
a
a room
fact.
in the basement.
To finish this day, shit, everybody crash. Everybody crash. Everybody crash.
Mandatory
And
sleepover.
all the ladies, they get up in the morning making breakfast, and everybody going straight like
sounds
that.
beautiful,
We got the
actually.
pool popping. We got the fucking basketball court popping. Everything. And that's how it's gonna be. I'm trying to create that day for yourself as soon as possible. Shit. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of shit to knock off on that motherfucker.
Lau.
Do you want to share, Lau? Do you have a perfect day?
I can't top that.
Lau's ready to get to the cards for real.
I know he's been going
He's
through
not
card
even-
by
He's
card.
like, fuck a perfect day. I'm trying to.
No, perfect day. I mean, I've been fortunate enough the last 5 years when I stepped away from like really doing like a 9 to 5 was to create my own day and really monetize my time. There's a book coming out too.
Ooh.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying?
Are you able to share the title?
Monetize my time. Yeah, so just it was one of those things where people just like, how do you do so much in this time? And I just kind of just tell people like what system I put in place to kind of, you know, be able to do a lot of things that I'm able to do, but have that luxury to. If I want to chill today, I'm chilling. If I want to, you know, get to it, I'm gonna get to it. If I want to just be with the kids, I want to be with the kids. I want to go out of town, I ain't ask for nobody for no permission, you know, and you know, ain't got to punch no clocks on that. So just that, elevating that. So we about to switch this up when we get about.
You have a lot of cards in his hand. Wait a minute.
We got 5 minutes. Rapid fire. Each of you gonna get a question from me. You two.
Oh my God.
This nigga said you too. This nigga is nuts.
Rapid fire.
I thought we was on
Crazy
teams.
guys.
OJ can have it.
I thought we was on teams, bro.
It's ready.
Ready? Rapid fire. Starting with you, Jess.
Wahoo. LB.
No,
but you.
it's in order because I got them in order. I don't want to mess it up. What would I never want to change about myself?
Physically or?
Anything.
I would never, I'll give another one. I would never want to change who I am.
Cool. Sam, What did I give too much energy to a year ago that I can laugh at now?
What did I give too much energy to a year ago that I can laugh at now? A year ago. Where was I a year ago? That was 2022.
April, first quarter.
Listen, you ain't gonna throw no names out there. It could just be
It definitely wasn't a person.
It could be whatever.
I don't know that I gave too much energy. I don't know. Nothing, I guess, is necessarily coming up for me in terms of like, I don't think I gave too much energy to something. I think I didn't give enough energy to myself. So that's how I would answer that one.
LB.
Oh God.
When was the last time I pleasantly surprised myself?
Actually, good question. Every day. No. I think the last time I pleasantly surprised myself was how quitting my part-time job. Like I had a part-time job on top of my full-time job because DC costs a lot of money. And yeah, I was like, fuck that. I'm gonna throw my time, like I wanna do this and I didn't wanna like be working to live anymore. So I was like, I didn't think I had the balls to do it and I did. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna figure it out.
Good shit, LB. Big BG. What's the biggest improvement I've seen in myself this past year? Career-wise, I'm gonna hit you with career-wise, not personal.
Shit, touching the world. Shit, traveling. You know what I mean? From shit over 50 cities in the States to 10 cities and touring the whole Canada and touring Europe. Shit, they know my name.
Lindsey Lau. When was the last time I earned my own respect? Being attention.
Facts.
I love that.
I love that too.
There we go. We ended on that.
Thank you so much.
You guys,
enjoy
this
this?
was so great.
I enjoyed this.
This
It was
is a
different.
vibe.
I'm used to Q&A talks. So it's like, what do you want to do about this? When is this going to happen? It's all about,
Yeah,
big-
right. That's what it be. They always ask them what's going on.
Big
They
family
wanna
talk
get it.
today.
They, you know what I'm saying? Hill hot boy.
Yeah, so y'all might have to. This might be the hottest rated joint. You know, we might have to bring this back and put an X next to it, hot boy, and come back every season and just give y'all updates.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're definitely coming back. This is not the. Yeah, you'll be
Wayne the
back.
Turk,
This is
man.
not the first time. But we want to thank you guys for coming on and showing up tonight and showing up for
Appreciate y'all.
us. We appreciate it.
Don't
I
forget.
know, love y'all.
No. Go ahead.
That's it.
Oh, don't forget to like, follow, subscribe. Listen to us every Wednesday. Yo, hot girl.
See y'all next week.
Everything for weeds, falls up. You already know.
What's up, baby?